Orleans, Louisiana is listed as one of the United States' biggest murder capitals. According to crimegrade.org, New Orleans is more dangerous than 86% of U.S. cities. However, just below the city lie several communities that are small, quiet, and generally safe. These are known as the Bayou Region. Right on the coast is an island, Grand Isle, which is considered safer than 64% of U.S. cities according to crimegrade.org. There is crime every day in New Orleans, but a murder can really shake a small town.
It's more shocking to the residents, and maybe they know the people because they work with the people or know them from the grocery, or there are more connections, I think, in smaller towns, where people may even go to the same church or their kids go to the same school, things like that. So I think there is that, the shock component, and then the thought of, oh well, that whole idea of not ever anticipating that something like that would happen in their small town.
One example of how a murder can shock and tear apart a community is the Patricia Tito and Lester Rome case in Grand Isle from 1984. Lester Rome owned a bar called Rome's Lounge in the 80s, and this is what is left. Lester was considered an outsider, although everyone knew him.
He had Rome's Lounge. He was a vicious person. He was, he didn't play. He was always on a bad end of things, and he always had a black pants and a white shirt with a tie in the bar.
Patricia worked for Lester at the lounge, and everyone on the island rumored that they were romantically involved. So when he went missing on January 9th, 1984, the islanders immediately suspected Patricia had something to do with it, although those close to her might not have wanted to believe it.
Yeah, I knew her pretty good. She used to come down every year for the rodeo, and then she stayed for a while. She was just so giggly and so sweet and friendly. I never suspected her.
Lester's missing was a taboo topic on the island, and still is. Not many people were willing to speak about it. Many residents of the island believed for almost 40 years that Lester was buried under the levee on the island. That was the story they stuck with. But in 2021, his bones were identified in a well in Sabine Parish. Patricia Tito then admitted to the murder and was sentenced to life in prison.
So Lester went missing, and when he was gone for a little while, they had fixed the levee in front of Rome's Lounge, and everybody teased that she put him in the levee and had him buried there. But of course, that wasn't what happened. She kept his business open and going, and he was just gone.